Hey, 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 happy Tuesday. Coming in live. If it's your first time ever coming across a live with Michelle Churchill Dworak, it's a freaking honor. Like literally, I get so pumped up, so fired up, and so jacked up. So if it is your first time, welcome. It's an honor. Gosh, you came in for a really good live topic. Literally, this morning, I looked at my first 10 messages and they were all, Michelle, how did you go from this to this? Michelle, how did you go from this to this? Michelle, how did you go from the struggle to this? And I'm like, okay, I'm going live. I'm not talking about my background in HR. I'm going to talk about my background on what I did to get, and I think the best part, sustain the results that I have got approaching 40 years old, literally living my best life. And who gives a crap about what the number on the scale says? Like, let's talk about freaking the energy. Like the energy. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, seriously, so many people are like laying around, seriously feeling so horrible. And that was me. So I'm going live and I'm sharing the 3 things that I did. But first, for those of you who are brand new, I'm in Michigan. It is right now 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have some breaking news for you on something that was just informed that's coming. So I highly recommend you stay on from start to finish. I will be super quick, or hit follow or hit add friend, okay, to be able to come back to this and watch this from the very tippy beginning, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make it worth it. So a little bit about my background. As I said, it's 9:17 a.m. We're Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if you were to go Google that and you're on right now, then yes, we physically are live. There will be a big red thing around my name that says live, right? Otherwise, you're probably catching it on the replay. But it is Tuesday morning. Gia, get in bed. And we are going to talk a little bit about my background. So I'm not an expert, you guys. The only thing that's like kind of expertness that I do is I'm a group certified fitness instructor, right? Sure, you're familiar with what's called Lifetime Gym, but everything that I've learned and overcome and struggling with my weight and now being down over 40 and actually reaching the weight that I did prior to having Isabella, which took almost 12 years to do, but now I've learned how to do it in 6 weeks. I'm going to share all of that with you. I ended up going in for a physical. So I want you to envision going into a doctor and getting a physical and actually getting a clean bill of health. So everything came back perfect, right? I got my thyroid checked. I got my hormones checked, and literally everything came back a really good, clean bill of health. So my doctor sat me down and she's like, here's what we could do. We could get you on metformin. And she's like, Michelle, metformin is a drug to treat prediabetes, but you're not a pre-diabetic, so it's probably going to help you lose weight. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I had tried so many things. I was so over it. And something just clicked about being recommended the book, The Obesity Fix. If you get anything from this, please, dear goodness, go follow Dr. James. Holy crap. And then once you finish books on Audible, like if you go to Amazon and you find these Audible books, it recommends books. So I just keep listening and listening and listening. Like, I'm not a dork that's just listening to Audible books, you guys. But when I'm listening to the radio in my car, instead of listening to the radio, guess what I'm doing? I'm tuning into these Audible books because it's literally crushing and rocking my world. Like, I'm getting results from it. So that's what I come and share with you. And I've learned so much, and I'm going to teach that to you right now. So there are 3 things that you really do have to focus on. I'm going to give you exactly those 3 things. And really, they all kind of 3 work intertwinedly together. If you have any questions, let me know. I can probably reference back to one of the 40 plus Audible books at this point, just searching for like a keyword. Otherwise, I'll give you as much information as possible. The first is obviously an obvious, but there is an app that you're going to have to get because there's so many people that end up doing these 3 things and they still don't get results. And it's because of the brands they're purchasing. So we live in the United States of America, which is amazing, right? The United States of America is absolutely amazing. And we have freedom. But you guys, we have freedom to have stuff in our food. We have stuff that's inside of our food, like additives, Like I literally used to drink the Celsius drink every single morning, and the number one additive in that Celsius drink is an additive that leads to becoming overweight. It is proven that if you drink the Celsius drink, you are proven to gain weight by one of the additives that's inside of it. It's one of the side effects, okay? So just like Motrin helps with inflammation, it's what Celsius does in the body. So it's kind of a gimmick. That app, if you want it, I want you to drop app in the comments so I know that you're paying attention. The app is free. I'm not even gonna give you a code right now. You're gonna go, thank you, you're gonna go and you're gonna download this free app, and all you're gonna do is start scanning the foods that you eat more than twice a week. It's super easy. And if it's a bad rating and they have carcinogens inside of them or whatever's the deal, all you're gonna do is go to the bottom where it says recommendation and you're gonna replace it. So like even my favorite gummy worms, guys, like I can have in moderation, I found ones that aren't carcinogenic and they taste probably even better. So don't think that you're gonna be like in a depression session not having any of your favorite foods anymore, okay? There's just a better one that doesn't have the additives, like Metamucil. You guys, it alters sperm alteration in men. It literally leads to ADHD in children. It literally is carcinogenic. So if you knew that, would you ever be using Metamucil to reach your fiber goal? Probably not. So step number one is we want to download that free YUKA app. Again, it's YUKA. And anything we use more than twice a week, we want to scan it in that app, okay? That's the first thing. If you're using protein bars or you're using protein shakes, we want to make sure that we're scanning them because so many people out there, I'm actually going to go to the grocery store today. They're using things like Pure Protein. That's a 0 out of 100 rating. It's a 0 out of 100 rating. And it's why? Because one of the additives inside of it is not only carcinogenic, but it alters blood glucose levels. Like you guys, I can't make this up. Diane, I'll drop it in the comments. I can't remember. It's like the Tuma. It does it for you. It's from Amazon. I'll drop the link for you. I promise you after the show. So just stay tuned in the comments, okay? Label red people. What does that mean, Diane? You know, even if you don't want to read the label, guess what? You don't have to read the label. You can literally do it by scanning it. And it's in the app called Yucca. So like Pure Protein is horrible. So there's a lot of people who are like, Michelle, I started upping my protein and I'm not getting results. And I'm like, okay, let's reverse engineer this like right now. And we reverse engineer it and coming to find out the foods that they're buying, they might be like 10 cents cheaper than another brand, but because they're 10 cents cheaper or we don't know, they are having additives that are actually affecting us, okay? This is 9 out of 10 times. We're even gonna talk about water intake. Like literally, even water, people are adding things like Crystal Light to their water. Guess what? Crystal Light, Mio, all of that literally leads to you becoming overweight. It's an additive that alters glucose levels. It's an additive that literally heightens the cortisol levels. You guys, when this happens, literally what it does is it has your body taking your food and storing it as fat immediately. It's supposed to come in and be used as energy or stored as future energy. But because of these additives, that's not happening. And what's really cool is like in Australia and Europe, I have a lot of family, these additives are actually banned. So they're not even allowed. So BANNED, they're banned. But because we live in America and we have freedom, we get to choose. So make sure you scan. So the first number you want to think of is your protein. Your protein, thank you, Dan. Your Facebook, drop a 1 if you can hear me. Drop a 1. Your desirable weight in grams of protein. So all you have to do is go to Google right now. Here's what I would type. I would type 5'7" female desirable weight. And it's going to be like 129 to 150. Okay? If you are trying to lose, if you are trying to maintain, you want to go for the higher number. Does that make sense? So if I wouldn't go for 129, I'd go for the 150. If you are brand spanking new, there is a guide. This guide helped me in many, 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 many ways. Actually, if you drop in the comments the word new, I'll drop that link to you and you can have it immediately after the show, okay? That guide breaks down what we're talking about because you're probably most likely like driving or something right now, so I'll share that with you. So my protein would be 150. That's 150 grams. 150 grams of protein is only 600 calories. Okay? So 100, Diane, I'll send that to you. Hey, Gia, come. 150 grams of protein is only 600 calories. Listen to this because you're about to faint. 150 grams of fat is 1,350 calories. And guess what every one of my meals used to be? Egg yolks, fat. Oh, salmon, fat, which is a good fat. But listen, cheese, fat. Peanuts, all your peanuts, all your seeds, all your olives, all your olive oils. You guys, these foods are fine, but a typical day of fat is literally about 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, no more than 1 egg yolk, and 2 tablespoons of nuts. So we have to be aware that most likely if we're snacking on those foods, we're probably deficit in protein, and protein is the building block to losing weight. So number 1, we have to get the YUKA app. We have to scan. If we're using protein bars, protein shakes, are they yucca approved? Are they actually causing more harm than good? That's number 1. Number 2 is, are we getting our desirable weight? Did we Google it? Are we reaching for the higher end of it? Okay, that's number 2. And then number 3, do we realize that we burn 30% more calories eating protein? Do we realize that it's how our body goes through the feelings of fullness and satiety? Avocado oil, I don't cook with it. I use chosen spray, because why would I cook with olive oil when it's a fat, right? Like I'm probably already having fat in that meal. So like, what are you cooking? What else are you eating throughout the day? Because Diane, if you're having, like that's a fat. So what are you cooking? Like it just would depend at the end of the day where your fat's at, because there's 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. So I would totally screw myself if I woke up, used avocado oil to cook, all fat, made eggs, yolk, all fat, put avocado on it, all fat. For sure, my calories would be trumped by fat, because there's 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. There's 4 calories in 1 gram of protein. There's 4 calories in 1 gram of carb. So that's what was happening with me. So is it bad? No. Maybe can you do 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon? Yeah. But it would depend on what the rest of your day looked like, if that makes sense. But I can most likely say that if you're like, oh, nuts and seeds and peanut butters, and if you're a cheese person, you're most likely deficit in protein and going over your fats if you are cooking with avocado oil, if that makes any sense at all. Okay? I have something called a power play, where tons of people who've been a part of the breakfast episode have actually worked with me 5 days in a row, in person, on the phone, like text message. I set you up in this app. The app tells me your protein, fats, carbs, and fiber. It tells me your water intake. It tells me if the foods that you're eating are not yucca approved. So we can find out in 5 days what took me 11 months that I was struggling with. Okay? It's the power play. If you drop power play, I can send you that information. And if it's something that turns you on, awesome. And if you're like, oh, cool, this was nice to know, no big deal. Okay? That's the power play. That's what I've invented that took me 11 months to unleash, and you get to unleash it in 5 days. Okay? So that's the protein component. You also go through the feelings of fullness and satiety. So your blood glucose. I took my blood sugar levels for 365 days in a row, being deficit in protein and then using protein that had bad additives. Okay? Your glucose levels will be affected 100% with certainty. And the third thing that it does is it improves your muscle tone. Guys, never once that I dropped over 40 did any of my muscle mass ever become eaten, because I did it the right way, because I used the Yucca app, because I made sure, Shannon, I'll send it to you and Diane, because when I used the Yucca app to scan, my foods didn't have additives. Most additives inside of the foods you're going to find if you start scanning, and that app is free. It leads to bone mineralization, deterioration. So it's actually eating the muscle as well. Okay? So that's the fact of protein. The most abundant thing made up in your body, even over water, is your protein. Your whole body is made up of short chain amino acids, little peptides. We talk about them a lot, right? Little peptides, short chain amino acids, little peptides everywhere within the body. They string together. They're super sexy, right? Those are your short chain amino acids. What happens is the more additives that we add in over time, these little short chain amino acids become a little bit rusty. Okay, so they have rust on them. And when that happens, we find, proven through science, proven through clinicals, proven through third-party validation, proven through cleanliness, that they kind of start to need to be taking the food, instead of using it as energy or storing it as energy, it stores it as fat. Happens all the time. Okay, so for your protein being the most abundant thing in your body, you will hear me refer to a lot cell activation. I do not believe in prescriptions to drop weight, obviously, and I do not believe in any way, shape, or form in awful side effects in needles to get to your goal. Okay, cell activation is a cocktail recipe. It's a cocktail recipe. So if you are not aware of cell activation and you want to use it to speed up the process, you want to use it to help with cravings, you want to use it to help with improving your muscle tone, and you want to use it to also help cravings for sugar and salt disappear, drop that in the comments and I can share with you what I saw. And you can see it, and if it's a good fit, awesome. If it's not, there's no big deal. But these short chain amino acids mimic at a cellular level what's already found in the body. So the second you get off of them when you reach your goals, you maintain your goals. I see it every single day. I see it time and time and time again. Okay? So Tracy, it just depends. You have to scan everything in the Yucca app because I recommend Greek yogurt, but is your Greek yogurt free and clear of additives, carcinogens, and dyes? Because those things lead to becoming overweight. Cottage cheese, same thing. I used to buy the one that was cheaper. Now I don't. Now I scan it in the YUKA app. Obviously your chicken, right? Your grilled chicken, your fish, your shrimp cocktail, your protein bars, they have to be Yucca approved. Also your protein shakes have to be Yucca approved. So it really just matters. You know, my lunch meat from Costco has one ingredient. Lunch meat, everyone thinks is bad because of all the crap that's inside of it, because of the sodium phosphate. So those are the type of things like the Hunter sticks, they're really good. The turkey lunch meat that I get from Costco is really good. My grilled chicken, my salmon, all my fishes, my lean filet, my pork chops, my protein bars that are Kirkland are actually Yucca approved. My protein powder I use is Yucca approved. My egg whites. So those are all just itty bitty examples right there, if that helps you at all. Okay? The most abundant protein made up within your body is and always will be what is called collagen. Okay? Collagen is what holds together your hair, your skin, your nails, your joints, your muscles, your wrinkles, your skin's elasticity. So it has a massive role, including your gut. Okay? And the problem is most of us don't realize that at 20, we're left with 100%, right? We have 100% collagen in our body, but each year after 20, we lose a minimum of 1%. She's actually an Italian greyhound, okay? We lose a minimum of 1%. So how old are you? I've got great news for you. It's never too late. You lose a minimum of 1%. And you're going to start to notice it in your hair, in your skin, your nails, your joints, your muscles, your wrinkles, your skin's elasticity, your aches and your pains. But it's never too late. But the problem is 9 out of 10 times, men and women are using the wrong stuff. They don't realize there's 5 types of collagen. They don't realize a company's best friend is to have a product that costs them the very cheapest to make and to be able to make money on it. So type 2 collagen doesn't exist in most collagens, and it's supposed to be the number 1 ingredient. It's what you become deficit in. I saw a video. It's about a snow collagen. The video made me go, holy crap, it taught me so much. And not only does it have a type 2 collagen, okay? Not only does it have a type 2 collagen as the first ingredient, it's got fenugreek to support the gut lining. That's a second ingredient. It also has organic tremella mushroom. You guys, that mimics hyaluronic acid. Have you seen my 6s right here? Have you seen my fine lines? My entire Okay, transformation happened from finding a medical grade collagen that had the organic tremella mushroom already inside of it. And lastly, I'll never stop using a fat burner. The only one that's clean and approved in the Yucca app that has no caffeine, no soy, no dairy, and it comes all the way from Italy and Sicily, and it's clean, is the Morosil. Okay, their Morosil Blood Red Orange has an antioxidant inside of it that burns fat and improves muscle tone. So my collagen actually has all 4 supplements in one cocktail. It's easy. It's 1 tablespoon a day, Meredith. I put it in my coffee this morning, or I put it in a protein shake, or I just take it off the spoon. It's a chocolate mint or a chocolate raspberry. So if you just drop in the comments the word collagen, I can introduce you to the video that I came across that explains it better than I can. Okay, but it's 1 tablespoon. I don't ever forget it. That's a great question because the tablespoon sits out on the counter. That has been ideal for dropping 40 because guess what happens? Okay, when you drop, that collagen that comes in starts to tighten everything up. It's an absolute game changer. So that's for the collagen. So it's the most abundant thing. It's the only thing that I would ever tell every human that I meet. Like, hey, listen, you don't have to use supplements to reach your goals. But the one supplement that I would always say that everyone should be using, yes, 100% with certainty, is collagen. Because no one's magical and everyone stops producing it at 20 and we're becoming deficit in it. We don't want broken bones. We don't want to age. Do you? I'm almost 40 years old. So that's the protein concept of it. Aim for 30 to 40 grams every meal, every snack, every dessert. Okay, a little tip for you. I don't have my food on me right now, but when you look at the back of anything you're eating, okay, I got you, Tracy, Patrice, and Diane. I'll send you that collagen. When you look at the back of anything that you're eating, say it has 100 calories, what you would do is you would actually cover the last number of calories, okay? So if you have 100, you would cover the last number. Now you have what is 10. Okay, that number you're left with is how many grams of protein there should be inside of it. So when you go to protein on the Greek yogurt, is there 10 grams? If not, swap it out. If you go look at cottage cheese and it says 80 calories, you cover the last number of 80. Now you have 8. Is there 8 grams of protein? Step 2, scan it in the Yucca app. I pay the extra 20 cents now for the cottage cheese that doesn't have carcinogenic additives inside of it. Hi, Colt. Does that make sense? So make sure you become aware of that. That's my protein hack. And again, if you're brand new and you drop new, there's a protein guide that helped me in many ways along the way when I first started learning all of this that I'm very happy to be able to share with you if you can drop that in the comments section. The second thing is the water component. So water is how the body actually physically burns fat. Okay, it goes through this process that's called lipolysis, which I'm sure sounds a lot like liposuction, right? And in order to go through that process, your body needs to have half of its weight in ounces of water. And as of this morning, guess what? 75% of us are walking around dehydrated. Why? Half of your weight in ounces of water. Drop a 1 in the comments if you actually religiously get that. How I get it is I set a timer. Every 90 minutes, you guys, I stop, I drop, and I force myself to drink for 15 seconds. It's so simple now. The timer just goes off. I have a sticky note still to this day right next to my bed. Water. Yes, water before coffee, always. Do you want your metabolism on? Your metabolism is a lot like the circadian rhythm of your body. Right? So make sure you're drinking half of your weight in ounces of water. If you're adding any additives or you're adding any electrolytes, you guys scan it in the Yucca app. Everything I was adding to my water was the #1 reason why I was gaining weight. Literally. And if you're like, this girl's on crack, just go look right now at what you have in your water. Okay? Go search it. I got something in my eye. And literally, when you do, it'll rate it. And if it's just because it's a high calorie drink, I don't care about that. But if it has additives inside of it that are literally causing symptoms like higher chances of PCOS and higher chances of glucose altercation, that's not good. So that Yucca app, again, it's YUKA, will be the game changer for your results. There are things that are approved, okay? Oh, I see it. There are things that are improved that are in that app. Like, for example, the nectar, right? Nectar is an electrolyte that you can find on Amazon. That one is approved in the Yucca app. So yes, there are ones that are approved. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so YUKA, YUKA. Want to know what's in my water today? Do you really want to know? In my water today is cucumbers and lemons and limes. So cucumbers, lemons, limes. How about some berries? How about blackberries? How about raspberries? How about strawberries? How about watermelon? What can you put in your water that makes it taste good? That's not an additive that's going to lead to cancer. Okay, what is it? So that's the water component. Set the timer. Enhance your water with clean things or figure out something that's Yucca approved. Just download the YUKA app. I'm referring back to it a lot. Why? Because people are hopping on and hopping off. You need to hear about that app. Okay? So that's the component when it comes to your water. It's how your body burns fat. It's also how you water the skin. Okay? Go scan in the Yucca app what you use on your face because you're taking it directly on your face and mushing it into your bloodstream. A lot of them are carcinogenic. Coming from someone who had skin cancer, you know, I'm very skeptical now. So I scan it. I water my skin by what? Getting the proper amount of water. And it's free. Okay? So that's the water component. Again, scan. Do not add any additives. If you are a soda water drinker or you are using protein shakes that are Yucca approved, okay? That water intake does count towards your water. It does count. But here's the deal. If you really want to 10x the body, again, I was drinking a Celsius every single day. Drop a 1 if you've heard of Celsius. It's literally known to accelerate the metabolism, which means people are going to drop weight. But little do we know that the number one additive inside of it is literally an additive that has a side effect of leading to becoming overweight. It has a side effect to increasing your chances of type 2 diabetes and obesity. So if you want a cocktail that's like that and you want to save even like 20 cents a day without having to buy that Celsius that's actually causing more harm than good, drop hydrogen in the body. You guys, Gary Brecka, there's all these amazing doctors out there like Dr. Pompka. Hydrogen in the body dilates the blood vessels. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, this is factual information. It dilates the blood vessels for 10 hours. I'm on it right now. I literally get to take a packet, it's crystallization, add it into here, no ice ever, pop the lid on and close it, and within 5 minutes I hear a pop. The sachet goes in clear, it becomes bright yellow. It's hydrogen water. It is hydrogen water at a molecular level. Everything I use not only has third-party validation in clinicals and is backed by science, it's clean and it's 30 days money back guaranteed. So if you drop in the comments the word hydrogen, I'll actually share with you one that has the crystallization and is the right form of hydrogen water. It's not a knockoff like the ones at TJ Maxx yesterday. The girl was, I'm like, oh my God, why are you adding tablets? You guys, you have to do your due diligence, okay? So yeah, just drop hydrogen in the comments. I screenshot your name and I'll send it to you. It's introducing you to the hydrogen expert. You should know what hydrogen does in the body. By having more blood flow for 10 hours and dilating the blood vessels 10 times, your performance and recovery in the gym, it's why Rasheed Wallace and Chauncey Billups pay thousands for this and stock up on it. Number 2, your brain fog. You've got more blood flowing to that area, so your brain fog and your clarity very much improved. And then also, how about this? Pain. How about blood pressure? Your blood pressure improves by hydrogen, which is a holistic naturopath way. And lastly, headaches. So if you drop hydrogen in the comments, I can introduce you to the hydrogen expert. If it's a good fit, awesome. And if it's not, who freaking cares? But you're going to spend less than you are on Celsius. It doesn't have the awful side effects, and it doesn't have the awful additives and ingredients that are going to lead to you actually becoming overweight instead of helping you. Does that make sense? So that's the water component. The third thing that I did is, guess what? Your fiber. If you know of anyone taking Metamucil, please, dear goodness, go up to them and say, hey, first and foremost, Metamucil alters sperm altercation in men. Metamucil. It literally is carcinogenic, and it creates ADHD in our children. So it's a big freaking no-no, like a heck to the no-no. Metamucil, your fiber should be 25 grams. Again, how do we know this? You guys don't have to listen to me. All you have to do is download the YUKA app, and you're literally going to see it for yourself. YUKA, YUKA. You're going to literally scan or search Metamucil, and everything I just told you, you're going to see it for yourself. So you don't have to think I'm crazy. You can go see it for yourself, okay? 25 to 40 grams. I actually need to text my husband. Text Jeffrey Dworak, can you please get 2 loaves of carbo, not bread, for your wife? There's 40 calories on it. Literally, there's only 40 calories in the carbo, not bread, and it's 15 grams of fiber, and yes, it's yucca approved, okay? Here's a little trick for you. If you're ever looking for something, like say there's an influencer who has like something that you want to purchase, but you don't know if your market has it. If you download the Instacart app, okay, all of a sudden, once you download it, it will actually, you can search the food you want and it'll tell you, yeah, doctors tell you to take Metamucil. Oh, trust me, don't even get me started. It's on a commercial the other day. Especially older people, it's so sad. It's so sad. It deteriorates bone mineralization as well. So again, it's working against us in so many ways. We'd be better off being even more deficit in fiber. So everything goes through your intestinal tract, right? And your intestinal tract is what goes into the gut. And in the intestinal tract, we have some food particles that are sometimes left behind, especially if we find ourselves being deficit in fiber, deficit in water, deficit in movement. Because think about it, all your food goes through that swirly slide, all of it. And what happens is, if you have any signs of inflammation or bloating, or any irregular bowel movements or foul smelling gas, that's usually coming from a deficitness in fiber. Well, I've got good news for you, because that was me. Within 72 hours of you upping that fiber, you're going to start to see those symptoms disappear. Okay? Any type of inflammation, bloating, irregular bowel movements, and foul smelling gas and weird noises going on in the belly area is typically coming from the gut, okay? Just like water intake, once you give it 90 days, your bladder will actually become immune to it. It'll expand. You won't be in the restroom every 5 seconds, I promise you that. So it's a short-term sacrifice for a future gain, 100% with certainty, okay? So the fiber that I use sometimes is 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, is 10 grams of fiber, but it's 150 calories. Your berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, there's 8 grams of fiber in 1 cup. There's 7 grams of fiber in 1 cup of greens. But I want to talk to you actually about fruits and veggies. I was a true advocate for many years of getting 6 cups total of fruits and veggies. You're never supposed to have more than 3 cups of fruit. Don't ask me why. After listening to 40 plus Audible books, that's just what's always discussed. And I met a girl over from Australia, and she said, hey, listen, since you actually eat your fruits and veggies, could you take 1 week off and take this daily dose of dense nutrition? I need you to take this. These greens, you guys, are bright, the darkest forest green, almost the color of like a dark purple violet. And it's a daily dose of dense nutrition that you literally take in a glass. You stir it up. It's never clumpy. The smell smells like pineapple juice. It's even got like broccoli and stuff. And it tastes like a juice. Like Bella loves it. I love it. And it's actually proven through science, clinicals, third-party validation. It's clean and has statistics around it. How I felt that week that I took off from fruits and veggies and used this daily dose of dense nutrition had me no longer buying fruits and veggies. Yes, I'll eat them when I go out, but we lack the nutrients in our soil. Our soil is depleted. Our food system is broken. That was a hard thing for me to swallow, but it's the truth. They're called alive for a reason. I feel alive. So it's called ALIVE. If you drop it in the comments, I can introduce you to her. You can see for yourself exactly what is inside of this daily dose of dense nutrition. Okay? Within 30 minutes of taking it, I go number 2. I literally actually save money because I was buying organic fruit. I was buying organic vegetables. And because of the soil depletion, but more how it made me feel to have this daily dose of dense nutrition with all of the antioxidants inside of it is what won my heart. Because you can tell me everything, but if you can bring it and you can tap the emotion and the feeling out of me, you won me. Okay, so that's the greens part of it. As far as your fiber goes, like I said, there's the Royo bagel. It's clean. You can get it on Amazon, ROYO. I think there's 15 grams of fiber and 70 calories. I made chicken salad and tuna salad. Again, scan your tuna and your chicken at Yucca. Because at Costco, there's one that's really bad and has a bad chemical, but then there's one that's a wild plant version that doesn't have the bad additives. Carla, I'll send you the greens, and Diane, I'll send them to you as well. Okay? They are delicious. And remember, use everything for 30 days, empty that bottle, and send it back to that company. Because it's 30 days money back guaranteed. Okay? It's proven through science. It's proven through clinicals. It's third-party validation, and it's CLEAN. That's the component part of the fiber. As far as the fiber as well, you will notice your inflammation and bloating within 72 hours, which is a very, very hot commodity. But what I think is the most important approach to all of this is that we have to be doing all 3 of them intertwinedly. So set the 90-minute timer for your water, okay? Every meal and snack, use the protein trick. Make sure it's 30 to 40 grams. Become aware that the first ingredient listed in anything you use, anything you purchase, it's what you find the most of. The last ingredient is what you find the least of. I never knew that. So in my peanut butter, the first ingredient was sugar. Why is there sugar in peanut butter at all? It should say peanuts. It should say sea salt. So these are all the little hacks after listening to 40 plus Audible books that have rocked my world. Okay? So I hope this has been helpful. Drop a 1 in the comments if it has been. My cell activation is probably my number 1. I would ask you about 4 questions to figure out which one is a good fit for you. Typically, people respond to cell activation very fast. As you can see, her stomach's touching and now it's no longer. As you can see here, same with her. Look at her face is the most. This was when she started. This is her face now. Vibrancy. Because the cells, Gia, come here. You go outside. Gia, come here. Because the cells that are inside of the body, like I said, that are deactivated, they become activated. You guys, all of these additives and stuff in our foods are deactivating, okay? So yes, it's for men. Yes, it's for women. Tomorrow, here's the deal for 72 hours. Ready? You're going to get 2 months supply of cell activation. I know your formula based on 3 questions. You're going to get my belly fat blasting liquid collagen for free. And you're also going to get my snow collagen, which is my powdered collagen, for free. That ends in 72 hours. If you are not aware of that promotion, it starts tomorrow at 72 hours only. If you put that on subscription, each month your subscription comes, you get the belly fat blasting liquid collagen for free and the snow collagen for free. That is $200 worth of products. So drop promo so you can be the first one. It's while supplies last so that I can message you tomorrow when it launches. My belly fat blasting liquid collagen, a full month supply, is $89. You now get it for free. You save together on the 2 months of the cell activation over $40. And you're getting Snow Collagen, which is $86 for free as well. So you're getting $160 worth of products for free. And if you want to do a 60-day subscription, you can. That means when your peps come, your peptides, guess what? Your Snow Collagen's coming for free as well. So as you're losing, your hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, and skin's elasticity is going to be fire burning on the dance floor. But you need to drop promo in the comment section ASAP. I was just informed of this morning at 5 a.m. So if you've been a follower of mine, if you've been considering the cell activation peptides, now is the time. Okay? So I'm going to hop off. Again, for the hydrogen water, get the YUKA app and scan everything you use more than twice. Any questions, guys? I'm working with someone right now who has gastric sleeve. I've got my friend Charlene on right now who has no thyroid. My friend Brittany is on synthetics for her thyroid. Cancer patients, people that literally have IBS, people have PCOS. I'm working with all types of health conditions. The side effects you're going to deal with when it comes to science, clinicals, third-party validation, and cleanliness around products is better hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, skin's elasticity, sleep, energy, you name it. I am 40 years old almost, and I feel better than I did in my 20s, and you deserve to feel that way. And if you don't believe me or you've tried everything, guess what? You haven't tried this, and everything you tried in the past led you to know what you actually wanted versus what you didn't want. So that being said, let's give it 30 days. It's money back guaranteed. You have nothing to lose, and let's freaking grow. So get in my inbox. I'll be in your inbox in just a minute. Make sure if you want to work with me one-on-one, you want to take the protein, you want to take the water and the fiber, and you want an app set up and dialed into you, and you want to see how many calories is coming from protein, fats, and carbs, you have to drop in the comments the word power play, and I will send you, and we will work together for 5 days together. Okay? You'll master it. All of the modules that you get is lifetime. You'll have a grocery list. If you want a meal plan, I can give you a meal plan with all the grocery stores you go to. But I don't believe in meal plans because it doesn't teach you anything, but you get the point. I'm so excited. If this is your first time, it's an honor. Drop new in the comments. I have that guide for you that helped me in many ways. I'll share it with you because sharing is caring. I'm obsessed with what I do because I was on my hands and knees begging and praying for a solution. So if I can help you, it literally sparks something inside of me. I hope you have the best day. Hit follow, hit add friend, and I'll see you back tomorrow for yet another guaranteed episode.